Hey y'all, I'm back. It's Ratchet Monday. This Love and Hip Hop Atlanta, season 3, episode 4. My hair is twisted. This is what's on my nails. I have half pearls on, so I washed and conditioned my hair. Did like a deep conditioning treatment, and when I twisted it, I had gloves on, so I left some hair out, but it's okay. I just have it twisted because I'm going out of town, and I want it to be curly. So it's twisted up. But we just gonna get into it, y'all. First of all, I'm gonna need Mona and the rest of the producers of Love and Hip Hop Atlanta to let it go with these random people. Okay, just let that go. I mean, we only at episode 4, and we have already met like 4 or 5 random people. Like, really? Okay, so let that go. Now, the first thing I want to talk about is Carly Red. Carly Red has this event where she's launching her makeup, which one thing that, other bloggers, I don't blog, but one thing that Funky Dineva has always said, as far as like no tea, no shade to like Jocelyn is, Jocelyn, you may want to let the music go, which I'm going to speak on that. But, you and Stevie should invest in like a strip club or something like that. Something that you're good at. So for me, Carly Red, I give kudos to Carly Red because Carly Red hair always be laid and her makeup always be on point. So that's something, it's good that those are businesses that she's trying to get into, because just like Portia, on Housewives, Portia hair always be laid. So it's natural and it makes perfect sense for her to be getting into hair. So Carly Red, kudos to you. But as far as Jocelyn, from my understanding, she supposedly, her music is really big, like where she's from. Like she's really, really blowing up where she's from. So kudos to her. It may not necessarily, her music may not necessarily be big like in the States, but from my understanding, like where she's from is really, really big. Now, we do see this Dawn girl pretty much saying that, go to Mimi saying that, Stevie J and Jocelyn, they messed up because she know all their business and yada yada woo woo. Okay. Mimi talking about, now that I have all this information, what am I going to do with it? First of all, Mimi, that to me, I'm sorry y'all, but to me, it makes Mimi look thirsty and desperate for you to even agree to take a meeting with this person. Because I would have told her, I would have been like, well, done, thank you, hey, whatever, but I don't care. I ain't studying Stevie J and I'm not studying Jocelyn, so whatever you got to say about them, that's their business. Mimi, for you to be so moved on with Nico Ratfink, okay, you just, to me, it's very clear that she jealous of what Stevie J and Jocelyn got going on. But we're going to get into that. Okay. Now, the Dawn lady tells Mimi that Stevie J and Jocelyn are not married. Which, if y'all go back to my other video, I even said that I remember seeing for myself the Hip Hop Weekly cover. I remember it. But she's pretty much saying they're not married. They don't have a marriage license. And the ring that Jocelyn has, this nice, beautiful ring, her ex-boyfriend gave her that. That's not even a ring now. I'm sorry, y'all. I just find it hard to believe that any man, even if you can't necessarily get a ring of the same caliber, I find it very hard to believe that any man would allow their woman to walk around with another man's ring on their finger. That's just me. I know my husband showed with him. No, that's no. So, but hey, maybe it's true. We don't know. Okay. Then we see Scrappy, he gets to Bambi house and he runs in, which that was so like staged to me, but he runs in and Bambi says that she tried to call him, but that she couldn't reach him, so she drove herself to the hospital and they told her she had a miscarriage. Okay, I'm just gonna say this. If she really was pregnant and she really did have a miscarriage, I'm very, I'm very sorry, because, I have a friend that 2 months ago, I think, had a miscarriage. And, so it wasn't, she was kind of emotional and stuff. As, and my mother has had 2 miscarriages, so, and it bothered my mother for years. But my only thing is with Bambi, I just don't believe it, y'all. I'm so sorry. I don't. And this is just my personal opinion. I could be completely wrong. But I honestly just don't believe it. I'm just going to be very honest. I don't believe it. I'm not buying it. I'm just not. Yeah, I'm just not. Now we do see Waka Flocka and his girlfriend, his fiance Tammy, which, like I said before, she's very pretty. I think they make a nice looking couple. They have a nice bed. I like the bed, but I know I'm talking about random stuff. But they're pretty much talking, and then he tells her, I want a baby, and I thought that was really cute. I thought it was real sweet. Later on, they go to his mama house, and his mama cried, which his mama don't never cry. So, that was nice too. Okay. Y'all have been saying this since day one, okay? Next, we get to Kurt. Okay, Kurt, Benzino, and Stevie J go to the little bar, to the sports bar. And they see this girl, Jasmine. And, well, before she even walk up, Kurt tells Stevie J about the DNA test. Or Benzino brought it up. Somebody brought it up. Okay. Stevie J give Kurt like this. He give him the side eye like, dude, you seriously got a DNA test for this child? So then next thing you know, this little young girl come up, Jasmine, and Stevie J is like, so how long you been knowing Kurt? And she talking about, that's none of your business, blah blah blah. Y'all, I'm just gonna be very honest. I really find this so hard to believe. I find this storyline hard to believe, because you mean to tell me, Kurt, that you had so many issues last year with random females last season, that you want us to believe that you would do this all over again? It just makes no sense. So she bring them some shots, and he telling her, talking about, well, how's your skills with kids? And she talking about, oh, well, I raised some children. I had some little brothers and sisters. And he talking about, oh, well, that'll be good, because I want you to, be a nanny. And Kurt, I'm going to say Stevie J and Benzino is looking at him like, you done lost your mind. So they pretty much go home. I'm skipping over something. I'm going to go back. They pretty much go, when they get home, he got this little girl, look like she like 19, 20 years old, talking about babysitting his child. Rashida walk in. Come on, Rashida, you supposed to be this boss chick, all this here stuff. You cannot tell me that you gonna walk into a house with a random female that you have never met. This man say, oh, well, I thought she'd be good to be the nanny. And you rely, I understand when you first walk in, you may think this a cousin or something like that, which is what she said in the confessional. But after you knew that this is not no family member, this is not no cousin, this is a random chick, you can't tell me you want to got your baby immediately. Okay, come on now. Okay, come on, y'all. Now, let's be for real. Okay, so then, when she do tell old girl, then she was like, well, that's something you and I as husband and wife should did. And the girl was like, oh, hold up. I thought y'all was separated. You still is letting this person sit here like, come on, Rashida. Now, I understand your child is there, so I'm not saying do nothing crazy. I understand the baby Carter is there, but I'm just saying, like, you would have been like, hey, can I have my child? So finally, when the girl leaves, he come, talking about, I'm going to call you. Y'all, come on. I really hope nobody is believing this at this point, because come on, y'all. Come on, for real. Who in their right mind would actually allow this? Like, I hope they do not think that we think that Rashida is this stupid and weak. Like, come on, really? Okay. Okay, here come Mama D. She go to Bambi house. And maybe you know it ain't true, but I actually felt that Mama D was telling the truth about her miscarriage. Hers, okay? I did. I thought she was telling the truth. You know, she cried because, like I said, my mother, I'm 31 years old. My mother had 2 miscarriages. Both of them one of them before she got pregnant with me, one of them after she got pregnant with me. So one of them was at least over 30 years ago. Because, you know, before she even thought of me. And for a long time, my mother would still get emotional. So, Mama D, I can understand you getting, you know, so I thought Mama D was being honest. Bambi, y'all, I just can't. I'm just not buying it. Okay. Now, last thing. Okay, I'm not even going to get on Carly Red and Young Jock in the restaurant because, like I said, I don't think they relationship real. Her and this girl going to get the fame. Even when she asked the girl, are you sleeping with my man? And the girl had this big smirk on her face. Like, that whole, and then him on this episode, he gonna be like, yeah, I'm sleeping with her. Y'all, come on. That whole thing that just looks so staged to me. So, I'm not even gonna get on them. The only thing I said about Carly Red, this whole little review is, kudos to her for trying to get into the hair and the makeup business, cause acting is not her thing. Music ain't her thing. So kudos to you to getting into something that we can actually, that makes sense. Okay. Last thing we're going to talk about. Okay. So Stevie J goes to see Dawn. Okay. After he left, side note, Jocelyn, baby, y'all, I have said it, I'm very married, not gay. Jocelyn body is everything. But baby, that hair that she had, no Jocelyn. But so when Stevie J get there, y'all, I was cracking up because she pulls out her little receipts, and to me, it just screams thirst. It screams jealousy, because first of all, if you go if you have any kind of knowledge about anything as far as reality TV, let's not talk about Keeping Up with Kardashians because we know they got money. Let's just talk about strictly Love and Hip Hop. We could talk Love and Hip Hop New York. We could talk Love and Hip Hop Atlanta. Just strictly Love and Hip Hop. We all know that half the cast on both shows is renting something, living in something they don't own, leasing something. So for me, I mean, Love and Hip Hop, the 2 people who I actually own, and all this stuff is Rashida and Benzino, because Benzino got money. Love and Hip Hop New York is Yandy. Yandy got the money. But everybody else, y'all renting and leasing, and there's nothing wrong with that. I mean, I live on a military installation, so I mean, I don't pay rent or nothing, but before my husband was in the military, we paid rent. So for this Dawn lady to sit up and try to say, oh, well, this is the person that own your house. Not one time did Stevie J them say they own that house. I mean, really. And all this his stuff. She did bring up the whole marriage thing, which we gonna see what's going on with that. But the part that just had me rolling is because, honestly, one thing I can say about Stevie J. Stevie J, you love him or hate him, Stevie J is not gonna let nobody just have him looking like a straight clown. Like, Stevie J is really quick on his feet as far as a comeback. And when she threw all these bank receipts in his face, she threw the bank receipts in his face or whatever, she got up to walk out. Dang, I'm just gonna hold my glasses. Stevie J had her jacket talking about, it's cold outside. And she walking outside, it's her jacket, chick. He trying to tell you to get your jacket, y'all. That part right there had me just cracking up. But I mean, we gonna see. Honestly, to me, Dawn didn't drop no bombshell. She didn't spill no tea, because like I said, half the cast is leasing, renting, or don't own outright. So thank y'all for watching.